at NCN, interacted with several leading members of the associations and took their opinions and expectations. Now it is time to engage with the brands closely on business agreements, promotions, and the arrangements etc. And for that purpose, if elected as president, I intend to enhance the scope of the OLS Committee as a brand coordination committee with one of its main tasks will be to create an inclusive business atmosphere wherein T3 and T4 partners come in focus. Also, the India IT Mall which we created provides equal opportunity to all dealers and the work of the brand coordination committee will complement it making the dream of reaching last mile a success. I will give my best to FAIITA, its member associations, executive board, and the channel community in resolving the issues and to take industry to the next level. Says, Mr. Devesh Rastogi. If I am elected and given the opportunity to serve as the president of FAIITA, with great humility, I will accept the task of taking FAIITA to greater heights with the blessings from all. It is well known that I have always advocated consensus and unanimity with open discussions. My aim would be to improve transparency, remove misunderstandings, improving clarity, resolving the partners' issues with the vendors and improving communications between the partners and the FAIITA management board. Says, Mr. Puneet Singhal. Mr. Devesh Rastogi is the most appropriate presidential candidate for the coming FAIITA term. He has the vision and clarity to drive FAIITA to a different level in terms of reaching the last mile, betterment for fraternity, and all other fronts upon which FAIITA has been working past 2.5 years. He has also represented FAIITA very well to the government as well as brands, and in today's scenario, I am sure that under his leadership FAIITA will act as a bridge to help to form appropriate policies for the government as well as work under a very cohesive environment to always protect the interests of the channel community. FAIITA's 5-point agenda, flourish, knowledge, networking, strength and protection will be driving the community to the envisaged vision. Says, Mr. Kaushik Pandya, current president of FAIITA. Mr. Devesh Rastogi has done a tremendous job as a member and also as senior VP. He worked very well with vendors in resolving the pricing issues related to e-commerce sites vis-a-vis offline channels and also in dealing with the problems with GEM. He has very good contacts in the government and he is a very hard worker. In my opinion he is the right candidate to be the president. Says, Mr. Navin Gupta, General Secretary of FAIITA. Mr. Puneet Singhal promises to unify the FAIITA members if elected president of the organization. He promises to tie up with more than 250 OEMs for the business growth of the partners who are members of FAIITA, maintain complete transparency in account keeping and in all communications, bring international brands to India, recognition with Ministry of Information and Technology, GEM, MSME, Ministry of Finance etc. and engagement with Kate for better representation. Says, Mr. Manoj Khanna, General Secretary, CMDA. Main issues are often with brick-and-mortar partners who face problems with vendors and sometimes with the government. Puneet Singhal ji has a lot of connections in the government, so we believe he is the right candidate to become the president. Next, most companies have their head offices in Delhi NCR. So being in Delhi and also having close connections with the government, Puneet ji will be able to deal with the government and also with the vendors more efficiently and effectively. In our opinion, he will be the best candidate to be president of FAIITA. Says, Mr. Alok Gupta, President, K. As of now, we don't want to take sides. But we want whoever wins should do their best to FAIITA, plug the loopholes, and improve the functioning of the system so that members and the channel community will benefit. There are a lot of area where FAIITA needs to improve. Also we want voting to be secret ballot so that people can vote without hesitation. Says, Mr. Viren Babashi, President, TAIT. My job is to remain neutral, coordinate and conduct elections in a systematic manner and in time and see to that everything goes well without conflicts and hindrances. As Election Commissioner, I will not accept any nuisance from anyone and all those involved in voting should behave according to the decorum. Says, Mr. Sanjeev Balia, National Convener of FAIITA and Election Commissioner 2022. For more information, please visit www.ncnonline.net.